Well, hello, my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. Well, I just did King Charles, his next year right action number, and now I'm going to do Queen Camilla's. And she is now in a number 7 personal year. Sounds like she had a very fantastic number 6 year. She went with the flow, she went with what the energies were showing her, and she had great success. And that's the whole idea of this. And what I'm doing with reading all the different royals ones, I'm hoping that by the time I get to all the royals, I've read all the numbers, so you can look at your own personal numbers, and I haven't broken any copyright rules. All right. So, number 7 personal year, this is Camilla's, and she's one behind Charles. So, their years are always following each other. So, the year that Charles had this year is the year that Camilla's going to have in 2026. And what I'll do is I'll read December's for her as well. Number 7, personal year, right action. General trend. Down through the ages, the number 7 has been associated with the occult, spiritual, and mystical. However, it is often called the lucky 7 in relationship to material interests and activities, symbolized the unexpected. As you make this year's progress toward your future success, you are likely to touch or even include all these interests in various ways for development of character, better understanding of yourself, your emotions, and spiritual nature. You may wonder about this. You may even be disinclined to consider so called religious interests as a necessary part of your work, success, or business affairs. But after all, each personal year of every 9-year cycle is a step toward better understanding of yourself, your ultimate goal in life. Therefore, right action at the right time is a very important asset. The Bible tells us that when the world was created, the Lord worked with concentration and energy for 6 days. Then he went away and rested. You're likely to feel an inner desire to be done with a lot of the work you carried on last year and the endless responsibility. The inner drive, which you will now be prodding you now, will urge you to change your way of thinking and feeling and to live on a higher plane of thought and action. Regardless of your type of work, you may suddenly feel tired of the endless duties of last year, wish to have more time for yourself, and be free from so many responsibilities, even from people and friends. And I just want to point this out. That's what our card said. She was going away and almost disappearing. We thought maybe after Charles passes away, she wants a rest, and it looks like this is the vibration that is going through her life in 2026. This is a good year to take time out to rest, study, read, travel, and to place some of the duties in the hands of others. Your right action now is not to be duty bound. The qualities of the soul are calling for creative expression and outlet. If you respond to this urge to know about your inner self and to think about beauty, perfection, and what life is all about, over and above getting on in the world, you'll find the year is a wonderful one with added rewards not expected to give you a realization of your rightful place in the world. Even in the midst of so many things to do in your personal affairs, the keynote of the year is to gain understanding of spiritual laws for yourself and for a happier attitude of mind, at least. You may find that you are more alone than usual. That's exactly what the card said. This is not a misunderstanding. It is instead your opportunity to listen to the voice of your inner nature, telling you the truth about yourself, your character, and your ability. Gather strength through rest and quiet times, even while you work. January through December this year will be different than any other year in your present 9-year cycle. If you live it well and try to understand your experiences, you will be a changed person, looking at life from a different angle with more confidence in yourself, your ability, and your place in the world of endeavor, and your spiritual right to all that is good and worthwhile being born for. The way you meet the experiences that are different will determine the trend of the events as the year passes by. You're in the school of life this year, and you should enjoy learning more about it and its deeper meaning. It is just as well to say little about it to others. Let the unfoldment come naturally and show the way you begin to live your daily experiences. I think this is really reflecting on her upcoming year. Comment, you will find this a busy year, even though it is called a sabbatical year. However, by February, many of your duties will be taken care of by others or complicated due to your plans and desire for more time for yourself. From then on, the subtle force of the number 7 will be employing or directing your attention toward new ways of thinking and acting through the experiences you are meeting day by day. It may seem to you that you never have a moment to yourself, but at the same time, you'll realize you're strangely more alone and that others seem to go their own way socially and otherwise. Also, you may unconsciously withdraw from their interests, even causing misunderstandings in your mind as well as that of others. You may not be aware of this at first, but as the months pass by, you will enjoy the changes in your thought and feeling and be a better person. You will understand and realize that life is not just bread and butter, but a spiritual experience, natural, revealing, and directing as you go about your daily affairs. One of the experiences you will need to prepare for is that friends and loved ones may condemn you for your sudden interest in different ways of thinking and living. They may feel like you are not yourself, or they may argue with you about principles of thought and your new ways of thinking and feeling. It is just as well as not to say much or to try to convince them. This may be about past interests and activities and ideals. Separation and breaking up of friendships could result. That exactly is what's going to happen after Charles passes away. Changes in habits and interests often occur in a 7 personal year and stand for growth and progress. Work out all controversy in a quiet manner. The less said may be the better way and the right action all year long. By being posed and viewing life from a new angle, you will find the solution to all your problems. In this way, the luck of the year can come to you. Be glad you are you, for the year really places you in a position of strength due to your inner poise and real effort to understand life better. You are the thinker. When emotion and hurt feelings rule, problems will be aggravated and hard to solve. Love affairs may enter in having to do with the past and be very rewarding. Take care of your health all year long. Get enough rest and avoid haste. Enjoy being alone from time to time. Think, read, write, study, travel for education reasons or interest. Join groups, both philosophical and educational. Meet new people and contribute something worthwhile to the progress of mankind. Your right action colors for the year are purple, brick, pearl, magenta, and amethyst. In business, attract and specialize. In marriage, try to understand each other. Children, teach silence and how to be alone. In laws, do not argue. Now, her in laws are the royal family. Human relationships, education is vital. So that's the king and queen. I will continue on this until I've read every number so that you can figure out your own number. Oh, I didn't do her December. And I'm not breaking any rules. So let's see what her Christmas is going to be like. I've read what the king's is. A number 6 personal year in December. So that's what she is right now. The last month of the year carries a very high force. It brings settlements, completions, and something pleasing in the way the year has turned out. You should be much happier concerning home and family matters, and you find you can do much for those you love and those who have helped you. You do not need to carry too much Christmas responsibility, but you will feel happy to do for others and may find you are the one entertaining and still giving the service and inspiration. Christmas time is particular in some respects, even though you are happy, for you may be alone or away, or conditions may not be as they usually are. I just want to point out I was reading that her children will not be at Sandringham this year. They'll be with their father's family. So that might be different for her not to be with her children. There could be a slight disappointment in this, and you might even feel left out of things. But on the whole, you should find yourself receiving much love and appreciation. You may wonder, in a way, what to do next, now that so much has been accomplished and settled. Life will gradually turn your thoughts and talents in a new direction. For next year is your sabbatical year, and you'll be interested in far different things. It may be February before this is realized. Right now, you should have the foundation upon which to stand and only need time to open the door to new personal interests and opportunities. The cards keep saying February, March, something is really big going to happen. And things will change by April. So this will be interesting now that we know the energies that they're both stepping into. All right. Thank you very much for watching. Tomorrow I'll do the Prince and Princess of Wales. Let's see what kind of year they're going to have and if it matches up with the cards that I read. Take good care. See you online. Bye for now.